When the apocalypse hits, your survival may depend on the right choice in firearms. Have you made the right choices? Let's talk about that here in this video. This is a very important topic, so important in fact that there's been several books actually dedicated to the topic of survival guns. For example, this is a classic by Mel Tappan, actually entitled Survival Guns. I don't suggest you get this manual now because it's so outdated, but there's been others written about this very topic. There's been countless magazine articles written in magazines like American Survival Guide magazine, Backwoods Home magazine, Backwoodsman magazine, talking about the perfect survival guns or the perfect survival gun battery. There's been all kinds of videos on YouTube about this topic. However, what I see in most of these videos, articles and things, is that they will talk in generalities. They will tell you that you need a 9mm, for example. You need a 12-gauge shotgun. But they won't tell you the exact manufacturer, the exact model that they recommend. I'm going to do that here in this video. Now, I'm not saying that the ones I have here I'm going to show you all and recommend are the only ones. There is all kinds of different firearms. However, after years and years and years of shooting, these are my top choices. And these brands, these models, these manufacturers, and these exact calibers. I've been shooting since I was about 5 years old, very, very small. I have owned probably 1,000 different guns in my life. I have actually worked on guns as a gunsmith. You can see here some of my tools back here right now. I still do it some, but I don't do it to make a living now. And I've shot, I don't have any idea how many thousands of rounds I've shot down range with different calibers of firearms. So I definitely have been around guns for a long, long time. So I think that makes me qualified to give you my recommendations. But still, like I said, these are just recommendations. These are based on my experience, my knowledge of survival, my knowledge of firearms, and different manufacturers after owning and working on guns pretty much all of my life. The first one is the Ruger 1022. This is the Ruger 1022, the stainless steel model. I liked it because it doesn't rust. You have the Ruger 25 round magazine. These are pretty reliable. I had one of these that wasn't reliable, but the rest of my bought has been reliable, the 25 round Ruger magazines. You can see. Now you can take and use a 10 round rotary magazine, obviously with this rifle also, but having the ability to use these 25 round magazines will give you a little more firepower and make it a little more versatile. I like the takedown model, as you can see here, because it will take down, obviously, and you can store this in a backpack, you can store this in the case it comes in, put this in your truck, behind your truck seat, whatever, and it's a very compact package. You can see, good for camping, good for hiking, goes together very, very quickly and you're ready to go. Comes apart right here. You push this forward, twist, and take apart, and there you go. And I like this one. I've never had a bad Ruger 1022. They've always been reliable, they've been accurate. However, I prefer this takedown model because it takes down. So it gives it more versatility. You want more versatility. And you want things to be where you can make it compact as possible, because you may need to hide this. You might need to, like I said, put this in the backpack or behind your truck seat or something like that. So it's very, very quick to take apart and put back together. 25 round magazines. You can get the 10 round Ruger magazines. You can put a scope on this. But I do suggest, if you buy a 1022, if you don't already have one, to try out several different brands of ammunition. Get as many different brands of ammunition you can find locally and take those out and shoot groups and see which one is the most reliable and will shoot the tightest group. Because sometimes, different ammunition and different 22 long rifle firearms will shoot different patterns. Some will be real tight, some will be more open patterns, and you want to get the one that shoots the most accurately, meaning, the tightest pattern, because if you're using this, you want it to shoot a really tight pattern, because if you're hunting small game, like squirrel, for example, that head is pretty small. Rabbit is also pretty small, so you want to have it really accurate. So you want to have the best shooting ammunition for your firearm. So go and buy, like I said, as many different brands as you can buy in your area and try each one out and then see which one does the best and then stock up on that. And guys, the next firearm is the AR-15. I'm not going to tell you to just go get an AR-15. I'm not going to talk in generalities. I'm going to tell you the exact brand that I like. There's many others that are just as good in my opinion. However, if you can, and you want to make sure you get good quality, get the Colt AR-15. This is the Colt M4 carbine. Now, I know a lot of people say this isn't an M4 because it's not select fire, and that's technically right. However, it does say M4 right on the side of this rifle. This is got mag pull, collapsible stock, grip, forearm. It's got an EOTech sight. It's got a light, so it's pretty well decked out. It's got flip-up sights. But I like the Colt because you know you're going to get good quality. Like I said, there's others, but some aren't all that great. And I think if you can afford it and you can get one, go the extra mile, spend an extra couple $100 and get the Colt AR-15. It doesn't have to be, you know, once a collapsible stock, you can get one with the full stock, the full 20-inch barrel. It's fine. I like this one because it's more compact. I like compact things, especially when it comes to firearms. Next up is 12 gauge shotgun, and you can get, you know, a 20 gauge or a 410, and I'm going to suggest the Mossberg 500, mainly because they're easy to find, they're decently priced, and you have an ambidextrous safety. You can use this left-handed or right-handed, and the safety is just right there, so it's convenient. I like that part about it. But like I said, I like the fact that Mossberg is so readily available. Anywhere that sells firearms, you can find Mossberg 500 pump action shotguns and 12 gauge ammunition. This is good for squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, keeping pests out of your garden like crows and things like that, and blackbirds. Very good, easy to find, reliable, and decently priced. So Mossberg 500. And guys, the next long gun is this Ruger 77 Hawkeye. This is in 308. Yeah, I like it again because it's short. You can see here it's short and compact. Very accurate, has a really strong locking system, real smooth bolt action, nice safety. You can see, very good rifle. This is a 308, so it has a little more punch. My only thing that I don't like about this rifle, this Ruger 77 Hawkeye, is the fact that it doesn't have orange sights. If this had orange sights, it would be absolutely perfect. Now, this doesn't have a heavy barrel. This isn't a sniper rifle, but 300 yards, 350, very good if you sight it in correctly. Excellent for deer, longer range shots, has more punch than the AR-15 does. And this is one of those things that, you know, you can do without, but I recommend you get this if you can. And I'll put this last on the list of the ones I'm going to show you here today. So 308 Ruger Model 77 Hawkeye. There's others that's like this, but like I said, I'm going to suggest particular specific models. And this is one of those. And guys, next up we're going to talk about handguns. My number one recommendation for survival handgun is the Glock Model 19. It is compact handgun. It's like a mid-size handgun. 15 round magazine, 9mm. It's good for concealed carry. Like I said, 15 round magazine. Yes, this is loaded because this is the one I carry all the time. 15 round magazine, compact size, big and perfect for concealed carry or open carry. It's very versatile, and like I said, you want to get the most versatile firearms that you can find. And like I like these ghost ring sights. You can see here, I'll link to these description box below if you want to take these out for your own Glock. But you will need a tool like this to change those sights on that Glock. So know that you can't just get the sights and change without having that tool. You know, some people will take a hammer and a chisel and knock this out. That's not good because you're going to cause a lot of damage and you could break the sight actually, and you don't want to do that. If you spend the money, you want to get, you know, a sight tool like that, or more preferably just go to a gunsmith and get it done. But I found that you can actually go buy that tool off Amazon cheaper than you can go to a gunsmith and get them to use the same tool to change the sights. So I recommend, you know, if you think you can do it and you have any mechanical abilities at all, you can change the sights. Just follow the instructions using one of those sight tools. But the Glock Model 19, like I said, compact, you can see, size of my hand, here's the firearm, 15 round magazine, excellent, and I think it's the top choice for a handgun for survival. Now, if you want to have a bonus, that was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the 5. And I have 2 more bonus handguns here, and we'll talk about. After you get those 5, and if you want something else, something that may be a little more easy to conceal carry than a Smith & Wesson Airweight 38 Special, is excellent. As you can see, very small, very lightweight, and I do carry this all the time. It's definitely loaded. As you can see here, with 125 grain jacketed hollow points plus P. And this is it, you know, for those long range shots. This is for from here to the camera pretty much. And you, small, compact, and I usually carry this all the time in a pocket holster like this right here. This is the DeSantis pocket holster. You stick it in your pocket and it doesn't print. It's out of the way. You can be talking. You know, if you think something's a threat, someone's a threat, you have your hand in your pocket actually, and be talking to someone, then if something happens, you got it right in your hand. I mean, it's very easy to conceal. If you have a pocket holster like this, it doesn't print in your pocket, meaning that someone looking at your pocket just sees like a bulge in your pocket. Hey, well, you got a bulge in your pants. But it's actually a gun. And if you want another one, another handgun, then I suggest a 22 caliber handgun. And this Browning Buckmark is my top favorite 22 long rifle semi-automatic handgun. It's actually my top pick for a 22 handgun, period, is this Browning Buckmark. This thing is accurate, never has jammed, never has failed, and I can take it 25 yards, I can put, you know, every one in a circle like it right there from this handgun. A lot of people like the Ruger 22 handguns, you know, the semi-automatic, like this, looks like the Luger handgun, but it's a Ruger. It's the Mark 1, Mark 2. I've not owned one of those in a long time. I have them in the past. They were good, but I like this one a lot better. This Browning Buckmark. It's just perfect. It fits my hand. It shoots great. So if you want a 22 caliber handgun, and after you get these others, and you want to add on a 22 caliber handgun, I suggest this right here, because to me, there's no anything even close to this. You could disagree, and that's fine, like I said. But these here are my top choices in calibers and brands to build your survival firearms battery. Now, over to you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What are your suggestions? And I don't want just 12 gauge shotgun. I already talked about that already. I want specific models. AR-15 specific models, specific calibers, specific manufacturers. Don't just give generalities. Leave your thoughts in the comments below with your perfect 5 firearms. And you can also add, you know, some bonus like I did when I added to the 38 Smith & Wesson Airweight and the Browning Buckmark. You can add your bonus handguns in there also, or a bonus rifle, or whatever. Anyway, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore Matter, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.